Please welcome, first up, John McFadyen. His opponent, please welcome to K-side, Brad Newland. Three-minute rounds in the amateur lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a flawless record of 1 win, 0 losses, 0 draws, and fighting out of London. Give it up for John McFadyen. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner with a record of 0 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw, representing Sutton, Brad Newland. Once again, your referee in charge, Daniel McFadyen.
Right, so here we go. Amateur, lightweight, 3 by 3 minute rounds.
Brad Newland in the red corner. John McFadyen in the blue corner. Throws a head kick there, just glances off Brad's arm.
Oh.
Smart hands there by John.
Look at that, nicely sprawled on that takedown. Straight into the guillotine here. He's got it locked in quite tight.
He doesn't want to let go, does he? Let's see what Brad's got from inside the guard.
I can see blood already here. And he's going for that arm lock. Is he going to get it? Is he going to drop that leg over? No. Brad makes a good point of turning him back towards the fence there. Defends the arm. Doesn't stop John throwing his legs up. He's got an aggressive guard. He is staying busy, isn't he? Look at that, now he's throwing
taken
bombs.
some serious
Oh,
shots
and he slipped
there.
for his arm.
He slipped out the back. There's a lot of blood there. I think that's coming from Brad's face.
I think it is from the early exchange.
What John's doing there, trying to push himself off the cage, he's staying relatively calm.
He is. He's making it very difficult here for Brad to keep control on him. And as he turns over nicely, he's up. Is Brad going to take his back at this point? But he's putting in some good shots.
John's back up to his feet. He's done a good job there. Now, one thing we've got to look out for Brad is that he doesn't gas out.
And he takes him down again against the cage. But this is not necessarily a great position here because he's got his back up. It's going to be difficult for him to do anything. John's working that active guard again, foot on the hip, always a good sign of a guy on his back. He's looking to effectively defend himself here and move his hips around.
John does not seem to mind being on the bottom there. Don't seem to mind at all. He's staying busy.
Oh, up kick there.
Nice up kick. Brad keeping busy. Another up kick by John. Interesting. I thought Brad might try and stand them up. Referee steps in. It's Brad's nose, I think, Tim, that's been yes, where definitely. The blood's been coming from. Oh, big left hook there. Good uppercut by John.
John's got some nice hands on him here. He's looking for a nice shot, uses the uppercut well.
I think Brad senses that he's perhaps losing the stand-up battle, goes for the takedown again.
Brad's got a distinctive, we've seen it before, his strategy here is to get the takedown at every opportunity. And he finishes the round nicely. Difficult one to call that for me because we saw a lot of top control from Brad, but definitely John was incredibly active from the bottom.
I think you're right, Tim. It's always a difficult one to score if you're a judge. Thankfully, we're not the judges.
No, indeed we're not.
Okay, round two underway. Brad takes a deep breath. John's still looking very light on his feet. Misses with a spinning back kick there.
This is better work from Brad on his feet. And weird reversal, gets the takedown there. And John is on top. And Brad has the guillotine this time. Total reversal, that looks pretty tight, I've got to say. John's got to keep his hips up. He's got to try and work to pass that half guard. If he does, he's going to be all right. If not,
he's falling straight into his
and
guard, isn't he?
Brad's pulled the full guard. He's really going to twist. He needs to turn to his right to really get this technique on. And there, look at that. John's doing exactly the right thing, which is just put his hips up, take the pressure off, soften the body. If Brad has to make a choice now because he's got to think about letting go unless his arm gasses at this point.
That's it. John staying calm. He's landing shots from the top, showing that the neck's not really bothering him.
This is really good. This really blows your arm if you go for this. He's committed to it as well.
John using the cage there to bridge up, trying to take the pressure off.
Yeah, I think John's going to survive this. Look, his hips are out. There we go.
Brad tries to move.
Brad's having to make a choice. He's made that choice. And into half guard, John goes.
He's moved into mount.
Excellent work. Oh, and he's going to look to land some nice ground and pound. He's dropped an arm in. Oh, he's out the back door. But John stays in side control. Nicely done. This is going to be exhausting Brad right now.
I think you're right, Tim. I think you're right. The last time we saw him, he was in a 3-round war. Looks like he's on his way to another one.
Excellent work from John. He steps straight over to mount, and he's going to work. Brad gives his back. Instantly, John goes for the rear naked choke. He's flattening him out. Is he going to get this? Oh, is he going to get it? It's not quite on. He's going to turn. Is he going to lose his position at this point as well?
Great escape by Brad there.
He's looking determined to stay on Brad's back here. He needs to get that other hook in. His corner is shouting for him to do it. He's listening attentively to his corner. Very sensible.
Absolutely. He's been calm this whole fight, has John.
He's looking to snake that arm round his neck again. At this point, it's only got one hook in, which is going to make sure it's going to make his position a little bit less tenable. And he loses it. Straight into half guard. Brad's on top. Is Brad going to look to punish him, make him pay at this point?
Brad's got the crowd behind him. They're going mad here.
Oh, and he tries to pass. He's got 10 seconds. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do.
A strong finish to the round by Brad.
Not enough, I think, to win him the round, and that's one.
I think you're right. Be interested to see how the judges have this fight so far. Could be 1-1, could easily be 2-0. I'm not too sure, Tim. Brad taking deep breaths. Third round about to get underway. Okay, third and final round.
John looks fresher, but to be honest with you, going into this last round, I wouldn't give either fighter the opportunity to think they were 2 rounds ahead or at least 1-1. It's definitely all to play for this round, I think.
Absolutely, it's been a very tight fight so far. John keeping busy with the hooks there. They clinch in the middle.
Great little exchange, which leads to the tie-up. He's got a nice wizard position. Brad, he's going to look to lace the leg, try and get him down, get the trip. Is he? Yeah, he is, look. John doing a very good job to prevent it.
A very calm demeanour about him is John. He needs to push away and get off that cage now, because Brad is the physically bigger man. Although they fight at the same weight class, he is much bigger. John needs to try and turn him now. Come away from that position.
Yeah, Brad very sensibly trying to keep as much control in this fight as possible. Drops for both legs. He's going to look for the pickup. Is he going to get it? I think he is, yes, and he takes John down. Nicely done. Now, it's all about what he can do from here, because through the rounds, we haven't seen Brad make so much of a success of this position yet.
Absolutely. And if he can put in a bit of a performance in the next minute or two and keep John in this position, he might steal the fight.
Into half guard here. He's got to keep John down. Ideally, move his head off the cage and get him flat. Land some ground and pound. He needs to keep active. He needs to keep active at this point. Yes, and he does. He's starting to lace it in a little bit here.
Just over a minute left in this last round. John really needs to get out of this position. Brad trying to posture up. Trying to pass his card there.
So far, this round's all Brad. John's got 1 minute to turn this round around.
That's it, referee's seen enough. Not enough action there from the top from Brad. So there's 39 seconds now left in this fight. John lands a big jab there. He knows what he's got to do. Good outside leg kick there by Brad. Got to think that one of them's got to go for it now.
I think John's corner's got to be shouting him on. He's got to get the finish at this point, I think.
10 seconds.
Nice combinations from John here. He's working top, bottom, throwing him in bunches. That's what we like to see. Brad aggressively comes back.
Great finish to the fight.
Active to the bell.
Fantastic from both guys. I wonder how the judges have got this.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for both fighters this evening. Come on! After 3 exciting rounds, we go to our judges' scorecards. And they declare your winner by split decision in the red corner, Brad Newland!